Good morning, everyone. It is a new day, new opportunity to catch new Pokemon and to discover new sleep patterns. This is my first video, so it is 9:45 as you see, a little late, but I woke up, my face was like super puffy, so I needed some time to depuff, wake up a little. So here I am. I thought it would be just fun to start documenting, or rather video tracking what I catch. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll be able to film a shiny capture one of these days. I've only caught one so far, so maybe I'll show you guys that later. I have a friend who caught like 4 or 5 so far since the release of the game, so very lucky. I unfortunately not as lucky. But with that being said, let's get started. So let's end the sleep session. And so this is my 53rd sleep report. I don't know if I'll upload this today or tomorrow. I don't know, maybe I'll end up looking back at this and cringe, but maybe I'll just upload it also. So 9 hours and 23 minutes, good. And it took me 6 minutes to fall asleep. Balanced. I don't get balanced often, but I do sleep next to my partner and he snores a lot, but last night he didn't really snore. I don't know, does that affect the thing? Another thing, I'm at Tall Palos. Kind of a mistake on my part because my team is not strong enough. I should not be there, but I was stubborn and wanted to be there for the second week in a row. But as some of you guys may know, Mime and Mime Jr are coming out on the 12th. Very excited for that. So this week I am going to Cyan Beach. So let's see what friends came. So I have 2 new sleep styles. When I first started playing, I used to go through all of these things, but after a while, you learn to just use this function right here, the bottom right button. So let's see this Graveler. There's nothing really that I want to catch. And being in Topalo, I have farmed a lot of ghastly candies. So it's not really a negative thing, but definitely if your team is not strong enough, I would not recommend going. It took me forever just to get to grade 5 in the same amount of points that it would take to get to like Ultra 4 if I were in Greengrass. So that's another thing to take note of as well. So I already have Ghastly, Whyna, and Wobbuffet. I also already have Geodude, and I tend to not catch Pokemon that are the evolved form Pokemon. You could probably watch videos that other YouTubers have made recommending why you shouldn't do that. But I do have a bonus biscuit, so let's see who I will get, and I will probably use it on this Ghastly just because I've been farming a bit of Ghastly during my time here, hopefully to get a good one to evolve into a Gengar down the line. But so far I have not found anything good, so we will see. My voice is a bit shot this morning because I'm coming down with a little bit of a sore throat now that the seasons are changing. So I think I'm getting sick soon. And I'll choose this. Also, did you guys know that the photo you pick will be the candy that is given to friends when they wake up and they go see the research data? So if your friends are trying to farm candy, it might be good to place a photo of the Pokemon that they are looking for. The candies that they're looking for. So I end this week with a total of 15 million drowsy points. And let's check its stats. Level 5 Naughty. I forget what Naughty Nature does. Speed of helping up, main skill chance down. Not what I would want, but you know, that is the way it is sometimes. Maybe I will show you guys some other Pokemon that I have that I am quite proud of. I am by no means a pro at this game or competitive player. I just like to play because it's fun and the Pokemon are cute, and it's nice tracking your sleep and sharing your progress with other friends with what Pokemon you've caught and what Pokemon you've evolved. Alright, so the week is complete. Thank you for your hard work. Now I know some people might confuse the different variants of Snorlax as being shiny Snorlax, but different locations just have different colors to them. So this Snorlax is a bit more darker in color, I find, than the one at Green Grass Isle. However, I was lucky to once find a shiny Snorlax, and I was hoping it would raise my shiny chances, but did not. Alright, so weekly summary. Let's see, last week I got an S. So let's see what I get this week. So yeah, I ended with grade 5. Overall grade 8, alright. I'll take that. I wonder what changed though, because as you can see, my sleep is pretty good. But 8 is still good. Alright, so I have not unlocked this place. I don't know what it's called. Icy Tundra or something? Taupe Hollows. Regret. As you can see, Team RP target is 4K. My team is not even 4K. I was so stubborn in thinking that I could do it, but clearly I could not until I was comparing my drowsy power with my partner's drowsy power, and at the same points we were at different levels, so I realized, it scales differently. So I probably will not be revisiting Taupe Hollows for a long time. But this week we'll be at Cyan Beach. And in case you're curious, this is my Green Grass Isle. So the highest I've got was Ultra 5. Hopefully I will be able to reach Masters soon. But if I'm able to do that here, that would be great as well if I'm very lucky with critical meals. The week before, I had no critical meals. This week that just passed, I've only had one. I made a bulk up curry and it came out to 15k points, which is the highest I've seen so far for my game. I've seen higher numbers for other people's game, like 17k and crazy numbers like that, so hopefully one day I will get there too. Alright, so with that being said, enough babbling. Here I am at Cyan Beach. And let's see, his favorite berries are always the same, but this week he wants salads. Okay, so I could make my Moo caprese salad. Another thing, before you swap out your team, especially on Mondays, because I know that once you guys see that there's a new rotation of dishes, you might be tempted to swap out your Pokemon right away. Do not do that. Make sure you gather their ingredients first, or else you will lose all of that progress made overnight that they've done. So just to keep that in mind. Also, look how cute my Ditto is! I heard it's a rare Pokemon, so maybe I'm quite lucky that I was able to find one early on. Anyways, with that being said, let's look. Let me show you guys what my Pokemon box looks like right now. So I have named them after some dear people in my life. And all the gaffleys that I've got here. Let me just view that so that the new sticker disappears. Alright, so let me show you my EVs that I want to evolve. So I have this one I named Jolteon just so I remember to switch it or evolve it to a Jolteon. And these are the sub-skills. Not anything that spectacular, but it has a good nature for a Jolteon. So I decided you will be Jolteon. Now this one here, I named her Vaporeon. Initially, I wanted to make it a Sylveon. I was very dead set on making it a Sylveon, and as you can see, I have 161 hours of sleep logged with him. And then, as I got a little bit more serious with the game, with the natures and reading the skills and all that, I realized that this is a much better Pokemon to be Vaporeon, because as your EV evolves into Vaporeon, you still keep the skill Ingredient Magnet S. Now, my nature makes it so that ingredient finding goes up, so I'll get even more ingredients. And on top of that, skill level M, main skill levels up by 2. I know there are some opinions on this being a wasted slot, but you know what? I'm not that tryhard, and I'll get what I can get. But other than that, like the other skills, sub-skills are pretty good. Ingredient finding M, inventory up M, ingredient finder S, skill trigger S. So I'm quite happy with this Pokemon, and he'll become Vaporeon. Hopefully I'll be able to catch more EVs so that I can finally grind for my Sylveon. And let me show you guys the shiny that I got a couple weeks ago. So it is a Slakoth. It sounds weird saying that. It rolls off the tongue funny. But she is pink. She is cute. She gathers tomatoes for me. And unfortunately, not the best nature, because this is a berries Pokemon. But it's ingredient finding up and speed of health down. Honestly, not that bad. Like, I haven't really seen any negatives so far with Slakoth. She has gathered me so many tomatoes, probably because of the ingredient finding up. But in terms of the speed of health being down, I don't really feel that penalty that much. But I don't know if it's due in part to the fact that my Ditto Dave has a sub-skill where it allows team members to help 5% faster. So I think maybe it does help mitigate that, which is why I like keeping Ditto Dave on my team. And I think I'm pretty lucky, because as for the other ingredients that get unlocked at level 30 and 60, as you could see, I have the Leek and the Slowpoke tail. Although nature is not the best ingredient finding. I'm sorry that my screen capture is like very janky. I did this really quickly. I don't know how other people do it to get it crisp, but this is what I'm able to achieve. So hopefully, if you guys know a better way that I can do this or capture it without having to buy additional things, because I am using the software for this, definitely let me know, and I'd be more than happy to see that. Am I even recording? I mean, is my audio working? I don't know. We will see. I think it is working, but I don't see the blue light. So I could be recording for nothing and now I'm worried. Alright, going on. So yeah, this is the end of my team. I hope to catch more Riolos so that I can evolve them into Lucarios, because Lucario is one of my favorite Pokemon. And let me show you what sort of, let's see. Okay, so I'll just go over this real quick, but appearing on the 12th, so tomorrow. So good luck for all of you who are also trying to catch Mime and Mime Jr. If you catch a shiny one, that is like even more wow. So let's see, this is what my friends found this morning. So my friend Gabzilla, her first account, she found a shiny Caterpie, but then something happened with her account, she got locked out, she was unable to retrieve it, so she created a second account. And in her second account, she has already caught about 4 to 5 shiny Pokemon. And we have been playing for about the same amount of time, and I've only found one. So this girl is so goddamn lucky, and her last catch was a shiny Swablu. It's a beautiful yellow colored shiny Swablu, and yellow is her favorite color. So super, super lucky. On top of that, Swablu is the only Pokemon that evolves into a dragon type Pokemon, Altaria, that is available in the game right now. So imagine being able to say, oh yeah, I have a dragon type Pokemon and she's shiny. What a flex, right? At least I think so. But let's see. So he found, so cute. Some of the sleep styles, when the Pokemon are sleeping, they just look so adorable. So yeah, I only have 2 friends that play this game. I'm trying to get my little siblings to play, but they don't seem interested, so that is a failed endeavor. What did I want to show you guys? Oh right, let's go to my notes. So oops, that's not the one. Dishes. I really like to try to unlock all the dishes that I can until I really start dedicating all my resources into one dish. So for example, during my curry weeks, which just happened, I alternated between the solar power tomato curry, the hearty cheeseburger curry, and the drought katsu curry. So with the team that I had available, they were able to gather me those ingredients, but I was able to rotate between these 3 dishes. Now every Sunday, the pot doubles, and that is when I suggest that you save ingredients to make recipes that you normally wouldn't be able to make just due to pot size limitation. So the week that just passed, I saved up my ingredients so that I could make a bulk up bean curry, and I was able to make that twice. So the first time I made the meal, it was a critical meal, and I was able to get 15k points from it. So yeah, save your ingredients for Sunday for those big recipes. You will not regret it. And for a salad, so this week my Snorlax wants salad. I alternate a lot between the overheat ginger salad, the Moo Caprese salad, and I think sometimes even the dazzling apple cheese. Now the big ingredient recipe that I like to make is the contrary chocolate meat salad, so I like to make that on Sundays, but I'll see if I am able to unlock another recipe that is big so that I can unlock a new one. And then for desserts, I like to go with the Lucky Chant apple pie. I think the big malasada is too big for me to make with the current pot size. This is considering the fact that I do not have the camper set, which gives like an additional 15 to your pot size, I think. So if I were to have that, I would definitely make the big malasada, but considering that I'm only capped at 21 right now, I don't think I'm able to do that. So on Sundays, I actually like to make the sweet scent chocolate cake and the big malasada. But other than that, I alternate between the Ember ginger tea and the Lucky Chant apple pie. And I really recommend that once you guys have a solid team for your curry, salad, and ingredient finding Pokemon, you really stick to a handful of recipes so that you keep leveling them up, because the higher level they get, the more points you get every time you make them, if that makes sense. I say points, I know there's another term, but it slips my mind right now. So I think that is it for the video. Let me see what I got here. An energy pillow, thank you. So yeah, if there is anything that you guys are curious about, definitely let me know. I'm not a pro by any means, but I am pretty enthusiastic about this game. In my spare time, I do like to watch other people's videos just to see if there's anything more that I could learn. And yeah, if you guys want to be friends, maybe that could be an option too, so that we can gather more Pokemon candy. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I wasn't rambling too much. And have a lovely rest of your day. Good luck, take care, and see you guys next time.